Right, hello, good people, and a warm welcome back to Kenny's SF channel. This is stuff that I bought back end of January. Not a great deal in terms of quantity, but there's a couple of bits of quality in there. So I thought I'd regale you with what I managed to pick up from various places. Okay, we'll start off with the good stuff. Okay, now, any of you who've watched the channel at all will know that my great love, collecting-wise, is door books. There are many reasons for that. I'll just give you a brief history of the door books and why I collect them. They were started off, the door book series started off in 1972. It was started by a very well-known American editor called Donald A. Wollheim. He left Ace Books in 1971 after a stellar career there, where Ace, published a lot of good books like The Specials, stuff like that. And he decided to start his own line, and they were distinctive because of three things. First of all, they had this lovely yellow spine, and then most of them had, this is not a prime example, but most of them had lovely artwork on the cover. People like Kelly Freas, Josh Kirby, who two of my favourite artists, so that certainly attracts me. And most importantly, they have this publishing number, which is, as any collector knows, it's red rag to a bull. If you see a number, you've got to collect the lot. Now, unfortunately, there are 580 of these yellow spines, and I set out rather foolishly to collect the lot. But with the prices that seem to be going up and up on these, I think I've scaled my expectancy down a little bit, and at the moment I'm just concentrating on the first 100, which are the ones that I remember most from back in 72. When they started. As I say, there were 580 of the yellow spines. The last one was May 1984, and then they just went over to a generic spine with not so good artwork, and the bulk of them were fantasy books. Latterly, it started off where there were mostly science fiction with a few fantasy thrown in, but then it went completely the other way, and the books are not so interesting for me at that later date. So yeah, there's a brief history of door and why I collect them. Okay, now this is a very nice one for me. It's number 5. Now these earlier ones, getting a bit tricky price-wise, but this is actually in absolute mint condition. I mean, if you bought this of a shelf in 1972, you wouldn't expect anything better. And those are the ones that you're looking for as a collector. Although you have to take what you get. I mean, unfortunately these yellow spines, when they get exposed to sunlight, they fade very quickly, and they go this horrible sort of grey colour. I mean, you just have to put up with it if you're a collector. I've got, as I say, I think I've got 330 of the 580 now, excuse me, and I would say, good 50, 60 of those are faded spines, but you just have to take it where you can get it, So yeah, this is number 5, as I say, in perfect nick, and I was very pleased with that. I think it was less than a tenner with postage, which is the sort of price you have to pay for the earlier ones. It's rather strange that the earlier ones are commanding such high prices because they were actually distributed in this country by a New English Library. Very often you can find them with a little white sticker on. It's only a small thing, so they're hard to get off, but if you leave it on, it doesn't make much difference. Yeah, so I don't understand why the earlier ones, you think there'd be more of them about, but however. And then I actually got this one for Christmas. Or was it my birthday? I can't remember. Probably my birthday, actually. Yeah, it was birthday, which was recent. And it's number 8, again, in mint condition. I think I pointed it out to my daughter that it was on eBay and she went and got it for me. Number 8, so again, not a prime example of great artwork, but interesting nevertheless. So with that one, I think I have about 70 of the first 100 now. So I mean, even getting those 30 to complete that run is going to be a bit of a daunting task, but there you go. Then I was in a charity shop the other day and I managed to pick up that one. That one's not in such, it's got nothing to worry about. The spine's in good nick. But charity shops are getting a bit silly now. I mean, this came from Oxfam. You can see the price ticket there. £7 for a second-hand book. But actually, they had a deal there where if you bought 4, you got 1 free. So it works out a bit cheaper than that. But as I say, when you see them, you've just got to pay it. That one is number 180 with a nice Kelly Freas cover. Okay, so that was those. Now, another series I collect are the New World series from 1960s. I think around about 64, they went from a digest magazine, a bit like Galaxy, and analog, and they went to this paperback format, edited by Michael Moorcock, the earlier ones, and there are 31 of these. And I think with this one I need 8. I think I still need 8 of the 31. But this is one of the more tricky ones because it's the 150th, as you can see there, with J.G. Ballard. Again, in lovely condition. And again, that one was close to a tenner with postage. But you just got to pay it, man. Okay, now this is one of those New English Library books that I love. I love the livery on these because the artwork is normally pretty good, and I think that livery just looks great. There's a lot of them, so I've got no plans to start collecting them all. But yeah, this is by, as you can see, by Frank Herbert. Now, Frank Herbert's revered by me just for Dune. I mean, I've only read 2 of his books, Dune and Dune Messiah, which is strange for an author that I really like. But I know a lot of people have mentioned this. His writing style is a bit, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not an easy read, shall we say. And I've got about 3 or 4 other Frank Herbert books that are outside the Dune series, but I actually plan on reading that one next. But so it's a very nice cover. Dirt cheap, that one. Right, now, some people might argue that this is not science fiction. I would say that it definitely falls in the category because it deals with a totalitarian society of the near future, I take it. So Yeah, I would. I mean, I love I love the film. I love the graphic novel by Alan Moore, and this is obviously is obviously a novelisation of the film. But so I love the film so much, and I do count it as science fiction. I mean, at very worst, it's speculative fiction. So yeah, I was pleased to get hold of that one. Got a little bit of a dent in the back there, but that doesn't show on the shelves, does it? Right, these next few I got from my usual charity shop for a couple of quid each. Not seeing this one around. It's a bit more contemporary. I've got some of the older best ofs in Penguin that Brian Orders did, but this one I've not seen around. A bit. I assume that's. Although maybe it's not sun fading. Maybe that's the cover because it's on that side as well. But that one's from, let's see, 86, so yeah. That's just outside the time when I stopped really collecting science fiction. Right, Doc Smith, good old staple, you see plenty of these about. This is the first of the Lensman series, and I think I've got them all now bar one. So I was pleased to get that one. It's not too bad, a little bit of fade in there. But overall, it's a very good copy, I would say. So a couple of quid, can't complain. Now this one's a weird one. I see many, I mean, I've had, when I bought job lots off eBay, I think I've had about 3 copies of the first Astounding Science Fiction anthology, but I've never seen this one. So I think I picked that one up from World of Books for three or 4 quid, I don't know. But of course you get a deal with World of Books where you buy 4, you get 1 free. So yeah, I was pleased to get hold of that one because it's quite old, as you can see from the money there, pre-71 at least. Now these I bought recently from, as I say, the Oxfam shop, where I got that Monitor in Orbit from. There's a Jack Vance I've never seen. I thought it was fantasy, but if you read the blurb on the back, it seems like science fiction. So I'm always up for a bit of Jack Vance, being read, but you know, very nice nevertheless. Now this one, I've seen this one about. This is a reprint of, I think it was a compact SF book who do the New Worlds that I showed you earlier, called The Fire Clown. And this is, I don't know if this was the first paperback edition since, but it's a Penguin book. And then I looked this one up online, and it's, for some reason, it's fairly expensive. I've no idea why. Can't find out why. But yeah, I mean, you're talking 20 odd quid. Somebody on AbeBooks, and then on eBay it was quite expensive. So I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, I bought it to make up the 4 where you get 1 free from Oxfam, but it's in very nice condition, almost mint. So yeah, if anybody knows why that book appears to be so expensive, I'd be interested to hear from you. Actually, it says inside, and I don't quite know what it means. It says Penguin Books. We've got, you can see there, it's got ROC. So perhaps somebody can, got it there as well. Somebody can enlighten me about that, because I know nothing of Penguin ROC books. Never seen one before. Okay, now this is another little series that I'm collecting, because there's not that many of them. That's the Women's Press. I think I've got 3. I mean, the artwork's horrible, but yeah, Doris Piserchia. Never read any of her stuff, and she did a few books for Door, quite a few actually, and yeah, that's that. I think that makes 4. I don't think there's too many in the series. I don't know. There's a list here. No, there's not. But oh yeah, published in the series. Yeah, actually, there's more than I thought. There's a good dozen at least. So yeah, that's my 4th in that series. Right, a couple of ballads which were nice and cheap, although they are contemporary. Myths of the Near Future, interesting cover. It says a superb and varied collection of short stories with various settings by the look of it, printed by Vintage Books. I assume that it's 2000s. Let's have a look. Oh no, 1994, so it's still 30 years old. Not exactly what you would call vintage, but yeah, short story collection there. And don't like this one at all. Looks like one of those horrible Amazon print to order books, you know, but it isn't. At least I don't think it is. Unlimited Dream Company again. I thought it was a short story collection, but it's a novel actually. And it's printed by Fourth Estate, which is an imprint of HarperCollins, 2014. You know, it was dirt cheap, so it's in mint condition. So I thought, why not? Ballard books are always popular, especially the vintage ones, which 20 quid plus some of them. Right, never heard of this one, even though I'm a Philip K. Dick collector of sorts. Liars Inc. I think it's a reworking of, or rather an expanded version of the novel The Unteleported Man, which I'm not sure whether I've got or not. But again, very nice nick. This one's printed by Vintage Books. And yes, it's horrible cover, but I thought that was interesting. Right, I'm a sucker for these. Best SS of the year. Edited by Terry Carr. Got quite a few of these in I can't remember who did them in America. Berkeley Books, was it? Or can't remember, but I think I've got the first 10 or so. This is obviously an English edition. Unfortunately, it's so sun faded that the spines are gone, so you can't see who published it. But yeah, it says Victor Golenk, so I presume it's one of their impressions. I don't know, but yeah, nice big book. It was only 3 quid or something. I like best ofs. This was another one I got from Oxfam shop. Jeff Noon Pollen. Now I know he's sort of touted as a cyberpunk guy, but I don't think this one is. I can't be sure, but it's comes from a publishing house called Ringpool, who are, again, I've never heard of. It's got a bit of a spine twist there, but no worries. And that is from 1995. And last but not least, this very nice copy of Redemolished by Alfred Bester. It's a collection of short stories, and it was published in 2000, and that's the first iBooks printing. Not familiar with all of this iBook business, but it's nice quality. And if you're into Alfred Bester as I am, I'm sure it's a good buy for £3 odd, £3.50 I think it was. So yeah, quite happy with that. So that was my little pick-up selection from late January. Quick message to John over at Sci-Fi Scavenger. I guess you're out of your embargo now, mate. So good. I think you've done well. I think you've done well to keep off the book hauls for a month. I actually did it for 2 months when I had a little sabbatical, but a month in your case is pretty good. So my congratulations to you. Any road, that's that little lot. Next time I'll be up with something that might not be of interest to USF people. I'm doing a shmups video for all of my shooter people out there, and then I've got an idea that I might do in between this and the next book haul. I might do something on comic books. I've not done a comic book video for a donkey's age, so I've got something in the pipeline there. But in the meantime, thank you very much for subscribing, commenting. More comments, please. I don't get enough comments. Need more comments. And I will see you very soon. Bye-bye now.